Okay, so we're B'ez Hashem doing Torah in 10, Parshas Tisa, a little bit of Likutei Halachos. It's very, very hard to do this with Likutei Halachos. There's so much here, you can talk for a very long time. So we'll try to be very, very succinct and give over a little of the beautiful light of Nassim. Unbelievable things. We're supposed to count the Jewish people. Each person gave half a shekel, right? That's what we each gave, half a shekel. So, Machtzis shekel, you give a half. So the first question is, why half? Give a whole shekel. So Rav Nassim has several answers, but because we have 10 minutes, we'll focus on one answer. The answer that we have to focus on, B'ez Hashem, is, Rav Nassim says, shekel, the language of shekel, it means weigh and measure. When you say in Hebrew that you want to take your weight, your kamata shokel, how much do you weigh? What's the mishkal? You go into a store, you say, what's the weight on this? What's the mishkal? Even in modern Hebrew, that's the terminology one uses. So that's what a shekel is. So he said, this is the idea. The idea of the shekel, we all know or maybe not, the Medrash says that, right, Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't clear about this Machtzis shekel. Hashem showed him a fiery shekel. He said, like this, do like this. So it's well known there was a certain city where they were very, very careful to give tzedakah, to help people with a lot of love and a lot of generosity. So in this city, the rabbi in the town got up and said, I think that what it means that Moshe saw a shekel, like a half shekel, a fiery half shekel. He said, that means you give the half shekel with a lot of fire, with enthusiasm. So the Kutzker said about this, he said, you see, they give tzedakah like that. That's why they got it upshot. They got an understanding of that, that's so beautiful and so true. He said they got that because that's their meter. That's where they are holding. So that's this idea of the what the shekel is that Hashem showed. So this idea of the fire, Rav Nassim takes this fire and he says the fire is your fire. You want to give, you want to do things, you want to like emunah, you want to. Every person would want to have the deepest faith in Hashem. We want to be connected to Hashem with every part of ourselves. And there's a fire. If there's too much fire, it puts out the candle. It's too much. Ribuy or. Every problem comes from too much fire, which is amazing, right? But what happens is a person feels he wants so much good, and when he sees it doesn't get that good, it doesn't work for him, so he just gives up, or he gets cooled down, or who knows what happens. And here he is, he had such potential. He had so much potential to really grow and to really transform by taking things slowly. He had to cut the fire, do a little. Another Rav Nassim, one time a person, he had a store. And he said, I'm so on fire to serve Hashem, I just want to learn Torah. So Rav Nassim says, I'll tell you what will happen. He said, you'll drop your store, you sell your store, and for a little while, you'll just about go. When the money runs out, it will be very hard for you to get the learning together, and you won't have money, you won't have Torah, you won't have anything. He said, this is what you do. Yearn. Learn as much as you can in your store. Whenever you have a second, learn, do whatever you can. So eventually Hashem will help you. And that's what happened. He spent years and years like yearning and wanting, and eventually it all worked out. But you can't jump. The guy's like, what's wrong? What could be wrong with jumping? I'm on fire. I want so much. But you can't be on fire and do everything till the very end. Like, generally speaking, it's too much. Rav Nassim says very often when a person feels discouraged, it's a little bit of arrogance, like, guy, but why are you discouraged? He says, no, I can't. I wanted to do. I had to do. You don't have to do anything. You have to do what you can do. That's why you have to sort of cut you want to be realistic about what your abilities are and how you're gonna be able to grow in a way that's healthy and positive and balanced, not in a way that's going to be negative or dragging a person down. So that's this idea of the mishkal. Every person we have to weigh and measure. We have to know what our good is, what the positive, what we have, what we can do without losing, without falling. How do I act? What do I do? Again, it has to all be measured out exactly. Machtzis shekel. You measure it. It's a very interesting. Rav Shalom Shadron. So he came to Rav Shalom Shadron came to his Rebbe, Rav Leib Chasman, and he said he wants to take on something Ne'ilah. The Bali Musa took on something. Take on something. Changes your life. So his Rebbe said, I want you to consider very carefully what you could do with ease and come back and tell me. Now, Rav Shlomo Chodron was very holy. He was very, very, very high level. And he came back to his Rebbe and said, I can learn besides the yeshiva, what we're doing in yeshiva, I think it was 8 daf, Gemara, Rashi, Tosfos a day, including like reviewing, whatever, at least 8 pages. 8 double-sided pages. He said, okay, now have it and do that. And we have logs where he spent 4 daf. So you see again, the Hashekel, when you think you can do something, when you evaluate yourself and you said, I can do this, do half. But you'll do it. But really do it. The Bali Musa were very careful. They said, be very careful not to take on too much. Because when you break, it'll be very hard to get anything. Rav Nosson says, you want so much to do so much, at least do a daf a day. Do something. Do what you can. Don't let things hold you back. So again, it's this Machtzis. You have a shekel, and every person, we all contribute, because every person is different. One person's rooted in more, his thing is kindness. One person's more into justice, let's say, getting things done. One person's more into truth. That's his strongest attribute. That's what he is. He is everything's the truth. This person, everything's kindness, only cares kindness and love. This person's more into like being strict, but strict in a good way, like a positive, like tough love. I don't know. Every person is different in terms of what their strengths are. So we each contribute a Machtzis. We have to give our personal donation to building the Mishkan, what Hashem, bringing Hashem's presence into the world by giving and donating the positive, but again, the on fire with so much enthusiasm and love, but not too much. We work out what we need to do, and we have it, and then that's what we end up doing. That's what Rav Nosson says. He says, that's the way you're able to do tshuva. If I'm not to myself, who's to me? Who's going to help? Like, I have to give my koach. That's what I'm here for. I have to make a rectification. That's why Hashem put me in the world. But not too much. Slowly, but surely. And that's how we fix everything that's broken. By doing what we can, like he says, the language was behadroga, like in the right level by level, step by step. Madrigot, it means the spiritual level, it also means a step. You go step by step. The Vilna Gaon says a person who wants to go faster than he's really holding by, he wants to push himself. He said he does not get heavenly assistance. No siyata d'shmaya. Siyata d'shmaya, heavenly assistance, comes to the person who does what he can and is patient, he's humble, he has humility, he's journeying, but he knows I have to have a Machtzis. I give, my contribution is that the half shekel, that half measurement. I measure what I think I can do, and I make sure that I'm not pushing so that it's a risk. I don't take a risk. Roshach, when they asked him, what are you taking off for Ne'ilah? He said, I'm going to say because I'm Muslim. I'm going to say the benching with a siddur, with a bencher. Like a little something, but change and realize what the change does and how every little thing counts for so much. Hashem shall be zocha to build the Mishkan, every person with his own koach and his own way. Not overdoing it, but not slacking either. Just doing and enjoying and feeling the connection to Hashem through every bit of yearning and good. Siyata d'shmaya.